The Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, after it experienced a lack of significant renovations since its 25 years existence, resulting in various issues with its facilities such as malfunctioning fountains, leaky roofs in the museum, and inadequate washrooms and VIP lounge, has today been renovated with a cost of $3.5 million and commissioned by Nana Akufo-Addo, who shared the vision for the project and how delighted he was to have been able to elevate the space where lies the late president and founder of the CPP. He further tasked the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and its agencies to develop strong marketing strategy to achieve a target of 1 million tourist visitations to the park.
Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Minister for Finance, the Member of Parliament for Korle Klottey, Metropolitan Chief Executive for the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Board Chair and members of the Board and Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Board Chair of the Minerals Commission and former Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, the Country Director of the World Bank, the contractor, consultant, and architect, Samia Nkrumah, and other members of the family of the late Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, chairperson of the Convention People's Party, Niga, Nime, Name, and other traditional rulers, the Dean and members of the Diplomatic Corps, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to be here this morning to commission the renovated and modernized Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. A year after the sword for the commencement of work on the project was cut. The park, which was built in 1991 and opened to the public in 1992, in the time of the first president of the Fourth Republic, His Excellency, the late Jerry John Rawlings, had not seen any renovation since then, resulting in significant deterioration of the edifice. It is for this reason that I instructed the brilliant Minister for Art, Tourism, Arts and Culture, Ibrahim Mohammed Awal, to close it down temporarily for renovation to be undertaken. It is gratifying to note that the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park has not only been renovated, but it has also been completely modernized to befit the status of the final resting place of the man who led us to independence in 1957 and became Ghana's first president, the justly celebrated Kwame Nkrumah. The park now has facilities including a presidential library, receptive facility, mini amphitheater, restaurant, freedom hall, and a digitalized payment and access system. The mausoleum has also been fully refurbished, with the tombstone upgraded and the museum expanded with an audiovisual tunnel. There's also an upgraded VVIP lounge, expanded recreational area, a modernized gift shop, and a fountain area with synchronized audiovisuals, the first of its kind in West Africa. The 30 million cedi modernized Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park is in line with plans by government to make the park one of the best tourism and heritage attractions in West Africa. As the outstanding Pan-Africanist of his generation, the burial site of Dr. Nkrumah must be appropriate to his status and exceptional contribution to the liberation of Africa from colonialism and imperialism. The Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, which attracted some 90,000 visitors annually before the renovation, is now expected to attract over 1 million tourists annually. I'm charging the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and its agencies to devise effective marketing and promotional strategies to achieve the target of 1 million domestic and international tourist visitations to the park.
The ceremony was graced by World Bank's Country Director, Pierre-Franck Laporte, who spoke on Ghana and the World Bank's 14 million 5-year development project partnership.
Let me say a few words about select aspects of the tourism development project. This $40 million 5-year project has positioned the tourism and hospitality sectors as key drivers of social and economic development in Ghana. The project supports improved tourism products and services provision and upgrading skills in the labor force in the tourism, arts, and culture sector. The project has now disbursed $20 million in grants, and procurement is underway for disbursement of the additional $20 million over the next 12 months. This includes 1,250 grants under several windows, such as the COVID-19 recovery grants, small and medium enterprises grants, and the tourism site grants. Several tourist sites and destinations have received infrastructure support and upgrades and developments under the project. This includes the Kintampo Waterfalls, Bonwa Craft Village, Bogwaye Palace Museum, Ankasa Forest Reserve Receptive Facility, Nzulezu Receptive Facility, and Gushe Gusmok Village, to name just a few. Your Excellency, going forward, the bank is working with the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and the Finance Ministry to identify funding for 5 iconic sites that will receive needed construction upgrades now that the studies and design works are near completion.
The Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta also in his speech mentioned that the evidence of World Bank's partnership is clear.
Paid tribute to a man whose words continue to echo through the ages, urging us to forge ahead in unity and self-determination. Today, as we open this Memorial Park, it serves not just as a reminder of our past, but also as an inspiration for our future, an Africa that is united, prosperous, and free, an Africa beyond aid, as President Akufo-Addo terms it. According to the Minister for Tourism, this park is expected to contribute significantly to Ghana's 1.2 million anticipated tourist arrivals in 2023, with an estimated corresponding revenue of $3.4 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, the evidence of the vital role of tourism for economic development is clear, and that's why, in a sense, I'm also here. In 2022, tourists spent about $660 billion in emerging and developing countries, about 3 times the amount of official development assistance that year. An estimated 235 million tourists have traveled internationally only in the first 3 months of 2023, more than double the same period of 2022. This is a journey we must move on. Tourism contributing about 5% of our GDP, and in Jamaica, it's about 35% of their GDP, and that is where we want to go.
The Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Honorable Mohammed Awal, also disclosed government's plan to modernize Osu Castle next year.
Our Honorable MP, Senator Rollins, friends, CEOs, Akwesi Agyemang, UFI, and other CEOs here, distinguished brother guests, friends from the media, Nime, Name, distinguished brother guests, and our friends from the African American diaspora, Gatoff, Tuga, all private sector tourism operators. Thank you so much for coming to support us in this very important program today. Mr. President, I want to welcome you sincerely, not only being here, but for providing the funds to make this project possible. Mr. President, we are very grateful. Mr. President, the big boys in Africa, Morocco, in terms of tourism, Morocco, Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, Senegal, they have their own tourist attractions. They have the wildlife, they have the beaches. Ghana has heritage and political tourism. And that is what we want to leverage to make tourism in Ghana the most attractive destination on the continent. Mr. President, very soon, the Du Bois Center will be modernized. Next year, the Osu Castle will be modernized. And we are going to link all this, Kwame Nkrumah Park, Osu Castle, Museum, George Padmore Library, and National Museum, with the forts and castles, to make Ghana the heritage attraction in Africa. The global diaspora like history. Those in America and the Caribbean would come here to celebrate our culture and our diversity. And I want to assure everybody that, Mr. President, if we continue as we're going, over the next 3 years, tourism will generate between $6 to $7 billion per annum. Mr. President, just 2-3 years, we'll generate $6 to $7 billion per annum. We are going to contribute 150,000 jobs every year from this year to our job creation agenda.
Other dignitaries who were in attendance include former Minister for Tourism Catherine Afeku, the Gammanchani Takiteko Churu II, former Member of Parliament for Jomorok constituency and daughter of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Samia Nkrumah, chairperson of the Convention People's Party, Nana Akufo-Addo Sapon Kuma, and others.